Welcome to application on three set problems. This is our second question. I'm believing that you enjoyed the first one, so we are looking for more questions to solve and get a lot of experience. And that is what makes math very interesting and easy for you. Okay, now let's go straight to the question. Now in this question, we've been asked, look on the screen and get the question right, go through the question right, the salient points, and let's move. So we are good to go. You can play back and really read the question carefully. Now let's look at how to answer this question. The first thing is, do we have the universal set in the question written? Yeah, that's true. The entire class is 100 students. So we are saying that n of u would be 100. Then we have n of m, which is mathematics, 37, n of p, which is physics, 32, n of c, which is chemistry, 31. Now let's look at the Venn diagram and look at how it's been written. So you can take a look on the screen, look at the Venn diagram, look at where I'm writing the 37, 32, and then the 31. So 37 represents the entire math circle, and 32 for physics, and then subsequently you can follow up. Now we want to write the intersection. First, I've told you, let's look at where all these three circles intersect, whether we have that figure in the question. Now, if you look and read carefully with the question, you realize that we don't have any figure. They are saying at least one of the students study each of these three subjects. So we don't have any figure for them. We can represent that portion by X. And then let's go to the intersection. The first intersection, we are seeing 9 students study maths and physics. And I've told you, for intersection of 2, if they don't hear the word only, it means we cannot write the 9 there. So that place we are going to write 9 minus x, so that together with that portion, we are going to have 9. After intersecting for three set problems, it contains 2 regions. So intersection of math and physics, we are expecting V and then II. And if you do that correctly, the V is x, so it means up there we are going to have 9 minus x. And that is how we are going to write it. If you do the other intersection, well, we are going to have, for math and chemistry, we have 12 minus x. Then for physics and chemistry, we are also going to have 11 minus x. Students normally confuse themselves and they'll be writing the 9, 12, and 11. Remember that if the word does not come with the word only, there's going to be a subtraction, okay? Hope you are following. Now, the next thing is that if we do that, we are going to have empty spaces for math only, physics only, and then chemistry only. So we are going to choose variables to represent all those things. Make sure you don't choose conflicting variables. Now we have a lot of variables on display. We have X, M, P, and C. So I like to choose A, B, and D. For math only, I'm going to choose A. Physics only, I'm going to choose B. And then chemistry only, I'm going to choose D. Wow, put a smile on your face. Enjoy the lesson as we move on, okay? Relax, and let's get this thing right. Okay. Now the next thing is that in the question, they said 28 did not partake in any of these 3 subjects. They are going to VII. And that is where I said it is for A. In this case, we have M, P, and C. So it's for maths or physics or chemistry. And these are students who did not take part. So it's going to be a complement. So we are going to write the 28, not in any of these circles, but in the Venn diagram, as you can see on your screen. Now the next thing is that let's pick the circles one after each other and then examine them. Let's pick the math circle. Now if you pick the math circle, it's 37 in total. So I'm going to write the M, which is for math, is going to be A. So it means all these 4 regions, I'm going to add them and equate it to 37. So my M is going to be A plus 9 minus x plus 12 minus x. If you do that correctly, you are going to have 37 is equal to A plus 21 minus x, and that is 9. Now, we are trying to make A the subject because the A is really going to give us a lot of trouble. So we want to represent this a in terms of x. Now, if you do that correctly, a is now going to be 16 plus x as seen on the screen. We are going to do the same thing for b and c. So follow the steps and then see how I've solved for b and c. Remember, I'm not getting an answer, I'm getting an expression. And I'm saying expressions will always lead us to the answer. Relax and let's move on. Now, if you do that, the next thing is we have expressions for a, b, and d. For the b, I had 12 plus x, the d, 8 plus x. Now, I'd like to really look at the Venn diagram again. There's another extra information. Remember that whatever is in the Venn diagram, if you add all these together, you are supposed to get 100. And that was for the number of students. Okay, so that's where I'm going to. So it means if a student is going to work hard, and I've always told you it's not about working hard, it's about working smart. I don't really want to add all these things together equal to 100. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to consider the entire mass circle, which is 37. And I'll look at all the other regions which are not in the mass circle. Add all these and equate to 100. So it means in the mass circle is 37. It's going to take all these 4 regions. I'm left with 4 other regions. And that is the B, 11 minus x, and then the D. So I have expressions for that. So I'm going to write 37 plus 12 plus x, and the 12 plus x is for the B. Then I have 11 minus x, which is also for the intersection between P and C. That was what we got. Then plus 8 plus x, which is the D, plus 28, which was for the complement of A union B union C, or in this case, we have M, P, and C. So for the complement of M union P union C, and then equal to 100. If you do your computation right, you are getting 96 plus x equal to 100. You do a grouping of like terms, and then x becomes 100 minus 96, and the x answer is 4. Now we have the x answer, and this x represents students who have taken in all these 3 subjects, and I think that's the first question they asked us. So let's wait and then go through them and then answer the questions subsequently. So for the first question in our question that we are solving, the first question says that we should find the number of students who study all these 3 subjects. So just write I is equal to 4 because the x represents the number of students who study all these 3 subjects. Let's look at the next question. The number of students who study only mathematics, only physics, and only chemistry. It means we are going to add all these. Only mathematics, only physics, and only chemistry. So which part represents only mathematics? Only mathematics, we had A. Only physics, we had B. Only chemistry, we had D. Now we have expressions. In A, we have 16 plus x. Now we know the x value. So it means it's going to be 16 plus 4. And then A is 20. For the B, we had 12 plus x. 12 plus 4 is 16. So that is going to be 16. And then for the D, we had 8 plus x, which is going to be 4. And that is going to be 12. Now, if you add all these, 20 plus 16 plus 12, with your calculators, and if you are doing a careful addition, you are going to get 48. And so that answers the second part of the question. Are you not enjoying this? Let's look at the third one. Now, in the third question, we have been asked to find the number of students who study exactly 2 subjects. And that is the intersection, the only. So let's look at those regions. Where initially we had 9 minus x, 12 minus x, and 11 minus x. These 3 regions represent only 2 subjects, okay? So we are going to add all these. But remember, they are not there alone. The 9 is with 9 minus x, 12 minus x, 11 minus x. So we are going to take all these x's away and add these 3 regions. So if you are doing that correctly, 9 minus x, we are going to get 5. 12 minus x, the x was 4. 12 minus 4 is 8. So we are going to get 8. And then the other part, we have 11 minus x, and 11 minus 4 is also 7. So we have 5 plus 8, which is 13, and 13 plus 7, it is 20. So it means for the subsequent question where we've been asked to find how many students study exactly 2 subjects, we said the regions were 9 minus x, and 9 minus 4 is 5. Let's go over. 12 minus x, and 12 minus 4 is 8. 11 minus 4 is also 7. If you are doing that correctly, we are going to get 20. And we've solved the second question. We have 2 more questions to go, and I'm going to give an assignment where you are going to solve an extra 2 to show how powerful you are. Remember, math is easy if you are going to be consistent and practicing more. Welcome to Math Gig. Make sure you watch, subscribe, and share.